Once upon a time, a young monk named Ren was struggling with a heavy heart. Everywhere he looked, he saw what he felt were injustices, while others toiled endlessly for little reward. Even within the monastery, he noticed differences. Some monks had natural talents that earned praise, while he often felt overlooked and unremarkable. The more he thought about it, the more frustrated he became, feeling life was deeply unfair. One evening, Ren approached his wise master and voiced his concerns. "Master," he said, "why does life seem so unfair? Why do some people have more than others? And some journeys seem easy, while others are filled with struggle. I try to accept things as they are, but this bothers me deeply." The master listened patiently, then gestured for Ren to follow him to the monastery garden. They walked in silence until they reached a spot where an ancient, towering tree stood beside a small, delicate flower. The tree had been there for decades, its branches stretching high, while the flower's tiny petals trembled in the evening breeze. "Tell me, Ren," the master began, "do you think this tree is envious of the flower's beauty, or the flower jealous of the tree's strength?" Ren looked at the tree and the flower, feeling a bit puzzled. "No, master," he replied. "The tree and the flower are different." The master smiled. "Exactly. Life has given each of them what they need to fulfill their purpose. The tree stands tall, offering shade and shelter, and the flower blooms briefly, bringing beauty to those who notice it. Neither questions its role, nor feels envy or resentment. They simply are." The master knelt beside the flower, gently touching one of its petals. "Life, Ren, is much like this garden. Each of us has a unique purpose, a path shaped by circumstances we may never fully understand. If we measure ourselves against others, we only sow suffering. But when we learn to embrace our own path, we can find peace." Ren stood quietly, watching the tree and the flower sway in the breeze, both so different, yet equally essential to the garden. In that moment, he realized that comparing his journey to others would never bring him peace. It would only deepen his frustration. As they walked back to the monastery, the master added, "True wisdom, Ren, comes from trusting that life nurtures each of us in different ways. Accepting that is the first step toward inner peace. When you no longer feel the need to measure fairness by comparison, you can begin to see beauty in each path, including your own." With this new perspective, Ren felt a weight lift from his heart. He began to understand that life's fairness isn't found in equal circumstances, but in each soul's unique path, shaped perfectly for its own growth.